one of the most useful resources in Raid Shadow Legends you will normally not find a tutorial video about is glyphs that we use to improve the stats of our artifacts and accessories. And I'm talking about it today because a user, Glyphs, decided to ask some questions about it that he had, and he wanted some answers to them. So that's this video. I'll be talking about glyphs in general, answer his question, and share some tips that I've learned along the way. So if you do not know what I'm talking about, if you go to your accessories or your artifact screen here, the glyphs is the third menu. The first menu is always the artifacts, the second menu is the accessories, and then the third one is the glyphs. So that's how it is arranged. I can't remember the last time I clicked to this menu and came here. No, I usually do my glyphs through selecting the artifact itself, hitting the upgrade button. That's how you use it. You hit the upgrade button, and then I find myself in this enchantment screen. This is where I always use the glyphs. I never usually go to that main third option. All right, without wasting time, let's go into the first question that was asked by Glyphs and answer it one by one. These answers will be based on my experience of playing Raid for a few years, and wherever I go wrong, I expect you guys to correct me in the comments below. The first question that I asked was, sometimes you use a first glyph and the second one, sometimes they are locked out. Like when you use one glyph, it doesn't let you use the second one. Why is that always so? So I'll show you right now that if I hit this artifacts, I've brought out some artifacts that I want to glyph, that I should spend glyphs on, or can use as example. And if I go to the enchantment right now, I want to enchant the artifact, the attack stat, right? Judging by how many glyphs I have, I'll decide which one I want to spend. You think the first thing I should spend on is the 6-star glyphs, right? Because this is a 6-star artifact. No, I save my 6-star glyphs for extremely useful artifacts. All right, so for instance, right now I would rather use my 5-star glyphs for upgrading this one than using the 6-star. I want to use the 6-star on an extremely useful artifact that I know I'll put on a very useful nuker. You know, so I don't always jump to use my 6-star first. That's one of the tips I wanted to share for you, because if you use your 6-star all the time, you eventually come across an artifact that needs it the most and then you don't have it. So I'll always encourage you to use your 5-star or even 4 stars, because there are loads of them. If you've been farming, of course, you have more of these ones than this. So it's better to have the artifacts go up to 25 than try to get it to go up to 40. So if you use your 5 stars, you can make these artifacts add an additional 25 on this attack. So if you are 25, that artifact will be useful in battle. But if you try to use this one, remember this one cannot go anywhere below 30. Therefore, it has given you an extra advantage of even 5 above the 25 that the last one stopped. So that's why some people prefer to go for this one if you always have them. So I was trying to explain why you stop at the second one sometimes and when you stop at the first one. I'll show you the example by starting from this 3-star. If I use this 3-star to glyph it right now, I got 6+. It's still telling me that I can use 3-star again. Why? Because 3-star can glyph me up to 6+ and to 15+. Right now I got 6. That means I have 7, I have 8, I have 9, I have 10, all the way to 15. So this glyph will allow me keep using 3-star, 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 3-star to get 7, 8, 9, 14, 10, 12 until I hit 15. That's when 3-star will disappear. So right now it's still letting me use 2-star, but it's no longer letting me use 1-star, because 1-star has been, its range has been surpassed. If I click 2-star, 2-star is between 4 and 10. Currently I have 6. So it will let me use 2-star because I can hit 7, 8, 9 or 10. So I'm just trying to let you know when it grays out some, it won't let you use them. So let me glyph it one more time. I hit 15. Boom, 3-star is gone, 2-star is gone, that's it. So why are 2 and 3-star gone is because I can no longer glyph anywhere below 15, 14, because I've already hit 15, right? I can't glyph 14, I can't hit 13. So this one is showing me 8 to 20, right? That doesn't mean if I hit 8, it's gonna change my 15 to 8. No. My maximum glyph right now from this one is 15, and I've gotten the 15. Therefore, I cannot go anywhere below 15. So if I try to use a 4-star on this one and it gives me 9, I'll see a red. It gives me 14, right? That's a red. So anything that goes below 14 will be a red. It will be a failed attempt to glyph. If I try again, it gives me 11. That's a red. So this means that anything below 15, I cannot glyph it. That's why these ones are grayed out. So I hope I helped show this example. When it means that some things are grayed out, is because you've hit the maximum glyph that 2-star or 3-star can achieve. So the next level is 4, 5, and 6. Now if I use my 6-star glyph and I hit 40, that means all these others will be grayed out. Or not even 40. If I hit 25, 5-star will be grayed out, 4-star will be grayed out. You can't use them again on this item. So that's just a brief example of when things are grayed out right now. Maybe I'll show you another example so we can get it clear. If I try this 3-star speed, this is not something I want to spend speed on, but because of the video, let's do it. But 1 to 3-star is what I'm looking to get from this 3-star speed glyph. If I hit 1 to 3-star, I got 2. I still have one more chance to get 3. That's why 3-star is not grayed out. But check out, 1-star is already grayed out because I've hit 1. 1-star can only give you 1. So currently I have 2 speed added. That's why 3-star is still allowing me to use, because I can still add 1 more speed to get 3. I think you got it by now. If I go to the 4-star one, I still have 1 to 4-star, but I'm not going to spend that one on these artifacts. That's the most rare item. 1 is red. If I try again, 1 is red. So until I hit 3, this 3-star will not be grayed out, because that's the 1 to 3-star. Its maximum is 3. All right, I think I answered that question sufficiently. So sometimes they are locked out. Now you know why they are locked out sometimes, and you can't use your lower glyphs on an item which you clearly see you have a stat to upgrade. The same thing happens for the accessories. Doesn't only apply to artifacts. All right, the next question that you asked is difference between glyphing, rank, rarity, artifacts. There is no difference. The main difference is the stats. So if I show you another example with an artifact, let's find one that is not yet glyphed. These boots, right? Yes. These boots has attack percentage 4%, defense 9%, and crit rate cannot be glyphed, of course. So I'm looking for something that has similar stats. Yes, this is a good example. Well, it's not. Defense didn't roll twice right there, but let me see if I can find another one. Attack percentage 5%. Yeah, this is a good example. So this is 4% attack, while this is 5% attack. The item I want to glyph right now is the attack, and I'm using this as an example because they are both 5-star artifacts. One is not 6-star and one is not 5-star. So in this example, just as different artifacts can give you different substat number, 4, 5, 6, or even 7. Yes, you can get up to 7% sometimes on these artifacts, right? That's how much the glyphs can also add to them. Now, the amount of stats the glyph can add to them might be fixed. So let's quickly go to this 4-star one and try to upgrade it with a 4-star. It's giving me 1 to 5%. I'm using the highest one I can do now, a 5-star, right? It's giving me 1 to 5%. That's the amount of stats I can add to this 4%. Let me try it on the attack glyph or the attacked artifact right now and see how many percent I can add to it. Enchant 5-star is giving me 1 to 5%. It's the same thing. So it doesn't matter whether the artifact is 4%, 5%, 6%, 7%. The amount of stats the glyph can add to it is fixed. So if a 5-star is telling me 1 to 5%, that means a 6-star will give me a little bit higher than that. But 6-star is currently locked right now because this artifact is what? A 5-star artifact. You cannot use a 6-star glyph to glyph up a 5-star artifact. It doesn't work. You can use a 5-star glyph on a 6-star artifact. That's where I'm getting it wrong. All right. I guess I didn't want to glyph this one so you can see that example, but you get what I mean. The question was difference between glyphing rank and rarity artifacts. All right, I have one more artifact right here that is a it has attack substats percentage. So let's see the difference between the other one. This one, it gave us 1 to 5-star. I'll use the 5-star again. No, not this one percentage is the same thing. So this one, I wanted to show this example that this is a 6% and it gave us this 1 to 5-star, just like the other boots and weapon did. But if I go up to the 6-star one, this one gave me 3 to 8%. So 6-star glyphs are extremely valuable and give you a much higher stat than a 5-star glyph. All right, I guess that answered the question. Difference between glyphing rank and rarity artifacts, because I've used it now on, this is a legendary one and this is a epic one, so it doesn't matter. The glyph will still show you 1 to 5% as long as it's that particular substat, I guess. So do I have any rare one to use as an example? Do I have any rare artifacts that have attack? It's gonna take me a while to find, but the answer is yes. 1 to 5-star will appear whether it's no matter the rarity, epic, rare, or legendary item. The glyph will give the same substat to them, or the same additional stats to them. All right, the third question that was asked is, do glyphs affect accessories different than artifacts? So the answer is no. No. If I go here and I find an artifact that has, this is a 6-star artifact. Whenever I open this artifact screen, it takes so long, it's so slow. I guess because I'm recording, but it doesn't affect them differently. That would be my short answer, straight to the point. In my previous example, I showed how much is added to attack percentage substat, right? If I do upgrade right now on this one and try to do the same, the other one showed us 3 to 8 for a 6-star percentage. 3 to 8 right there. Boom. So it doesn't matter whether it's a weapon, shield, ring, amulet. The same amount that the glyph was adding to an artifact is the same amount it's adding to a ring. 3 to 8%. So it doesn't really matter the rarity, it doesn't matter the type of artifact or accessory it is going to add the same amount of stats to it. So that's the third question that was asked. Then in general, you asked for some other tips that I can share about glyphing in general that I have learned along the way. The first tip I'll tell you is never sell your glyphs. That's something I've never done in raid. You know, you sell extra artifacts, you sell 1-star. Even from the beginning of the game, you don't no longer keep 1-star, 2-star, 3-star artifacts, right? In raid, in my account, I don't even have one single 4-star artifact right now because I've sold all of them. I need space, right? But glyphs don't get filled up. They don't get filled up so fast. I don't even think there's a maximum to them, right? Let me know, guys. Is there a maximum to the amount of glyphs you can keep in your storage? I don't know, because I'm not seeing a slash. You know, that normal slash that shows you the maximum amount you can keep. If I go to my artifact, I can see a slash that shows me the maximum. Glyphs, I don't think they don't have a maximum, so we don't need to create space for them. That's what I mean. So there's no point coming here for me to sell these 80 1-stars, these 96 1-stars, because I no longer need them at all. But I'll tell you, you'll need them. But don't sell your glyphs. That's the first tip I'll give to you. No matter how early you are in the game, whether you're in week 1 or you are in 2 years playing raid, you will still need a lot of these glyphs, no matter what they are. Depending on the artifact you're upgrading and how important it is to you, that's how you select which of these glyphs you spend on it, whether it's the most rare glyph or the most trash glyph that you put on it, just to give it a little bit of stat boost. So that's the first tip. The second one I'll say is what substats to glyph? That's the next question, or the next tip, I guess. When I finish building a champion, let me start from this top one, I glyph everything. So what substat to glyph? Everything. So there's this champion needs HP, it needs defense, it needs attack percentage, it needs, let's say this is Osoga War Color, right? She does damage based on HP. She does damage based on HP. Therefore, attack stats will do nothing on this champion. Now, this is the rare condition where if I find attack on any of these her weapons or as artifacts, I will not glyph the attack. This is just a rare occasion where, because the champion has nothing to do with attack, especially let's say for Razin, for Sepulchre Sentinel, you know, those people using clan boss where they're all defense based and they do damage based on defense, Amiga. When I see attack as a substat on their weapons, I don't glyph the attack because I know it will do nothing to them. So that answers the question, what substats to glyph? I would say everything. Glyph everything. But when you know the champion will not benefit from that substat, there's no point for you to waste your glyph on it. Now, you should be careful about glyphing everything, especially speed. If you require a particular set speed on a champion and you reach that particular speed, and then you start glyphing, you end up boosting your champion past that speed and make him go out of tune. So my tip for you will be that when you're building your champion from the Hellhate's Artifact Extractor tool, right? If you need 120 speed on a champion, type into the Hellhate's tool that you need 119 or 117. Fall short of 3 speed on purpose, so you can use glyph 1-2-star glyph to boost your substat from speed to reach the 120 speed you need. That's just an example. Nobody uses 120 speed. So whatever speed, if a boss is telling me to come into that boss with 200 speed, when I'm using the Hellhate Artifact Extractor, I'll build that champion with about 195 speed, because I know my speed glyphs can boost 5 extra speed and take me to the 120 I need to be. Don't just do exactly 120 from the Artifact Extractor. It makes you miss out on some substats, So instead, type, there's a minimum there. You type minimum 195 or minimum 190. So that's how you use that Artifact Extractor to give you a wide range of speed. So that's an example of how I use it, or an extra tip I can give. And the last one I have here on my list is, I've already said it, that you shouldn't sell glyphs. But I'll have to add this one, that when do you want to start farming glyphs? Because we all know we get it from Faction Wars, and Faction Wars is not the easiest thing in the game. We're all coming there with our champions that can do 1 floor, 2 floors, and just do your 1-star, 2-star, and you get out there. You don't put in any effort to reach these ending bosses, you will not have glyphs. So glyphs are extremely useful, as you see the amount of stat they add to your artifact that you've already built. So don't think that this Faction Wars is just for you to get crafting materials for the forge. No, I took time to push this Faction War until I beat all of it. So when is the right time to actually push Faction Wars? It's after you've beat dungeons. I'm talking about dungeon 25, especially for the dragon and for the spider. Those are the 2 dungeons you should focus on first before you try to build champions specifically for the Faction Wars. If you can't beat dungeon 25 yet because you don't have the champions, I will understand that. But if you do have the champions, build them. Don't build champions for Faction Wars when your dungeon is still doing dungeon 20, because remember, artifacts give a lot of more stats before the glyphs can add to it. So you need 6-star artifacts. Be at a place where you're using 6-star glyphs, 6-star boots, 6-star helmet, 6-star shield. That's when you know you are ready for Faction Wars. Don't be at a place where you're using 5-star artifacts on all your champions. Everything is 5-star and you think you're ready for Faction Wars. Although it's possible, but it's going to be a struggle. So that's the tip. farm your faction wars every day. Now as an endgame player, I come in here and I farm faction stage 21. I mean 20, because this one, the 21, takes a longer time, and it doesn't give a noticeable difference in the amount of glyphs or glyph rarity or level that you get. So except it's CVC, that's when I farm 21. That's another tip for you. So I've answered the question when you should start farming faction wars. For newer players who think farming stage 1 and 2 is a waste of time, you can see how many 1-star glyphs I do have. Is because I farmed a lot of it. Now you might be building a champion and you're at 199 speed and you need 1 more speed. Guess what? You don't have any 1-star speed glyphs to do it. You have 4 stars, you have 5 stars, you have 6 stars, but you don't have 2-star and 1 stars because you didn't farm these earlier stages when you could not beat the first boss. So yes, even if you can't beat the first boss, I encourage you to always spend your keys in the day to farm this, because when you get to the end game, you don't want to be skipping out on this one and going all the way to farm these ones because you missed out on it on early game. So that's another tip. All right, I think I've mentioned all I can think of about glyphs. Faction wars is where you get it from, and I'll tell you, it's not easy. I do have a series on how I beat all these faction war bosses. I'll link it right here. Check out the series after watching this video. It will help you a great deal, and I'll always be available to answer questions like this that you have in Raid Shadow Legends. Thank you for asking this question and giving me the video idea. Good night, guys.